Welcome right back here on the Voice of Nature, still with the Nature Ambassador, Her Eminence Karen Udoh. Creations, perfect peace to us all. I have to once again appreciate our first query directly on our comment section. This will carry everyone along and perfect the essence of this channel. For it is on these issues and complexity of life that this channel is structured. For us all to come together and reason, share our thoughts, opinions and views, happenings, observations and experiences in order to learn more, correct ourselves and our perceptions, all in all to becoming true, successful and happy spiritually, naturally and materially. If we could remember, I did say that some people may be successful physically or materially, but naturally or spiritually, which is where the complete and true success lies, they are zero. When seeing them, one may mistake superficial joy and happiness as true and total joy. So here we are talking about complete beings whose total personalities and record is successful and on the right track. On these reasons, we are here, creations. So that takes us to the query and the remarks, which is, what is the consequence of marriage rite outside one's home? Remarked that I have attended traditional marriage rite here in the US. Both family opted for this and are happy. Beautiful question, so intelligent, and these are the kind of questions, because by us going into this, discussing about this, many things will be unraveled by us all still. So please do well to visit our YouTube channel for full videos at Voice of Nature Von 9100. I had addressed the need for this on our YouTube, but again, summarily, let me throw more light. Being happy at a moment in life does not connote that all is well in one's life. I had made a very salient point that no one should invoke the evil in the heavenly or natural realms against oneself, because there is no much time to keep fighting with something that ought to have been avoided. So take your intended or your loved one and go down there, sit respectfully and honorably and observe them do their thing, and relinquish everything that do you naturally, and you go your way in peace in life. Is that too much to ask? You will not understand, creations. So you see, this life and issues is deep and advanced. Remember, I also said something that anything that crosses generations to another has become spiritual, and this is my concern. We are just reviewing these headings, giving us the bird eye views of where we are going. So as we move on, every detail will be exposed, and dealt with at the appropriate places, step by step, just for you to keep being patient and stick along with us. There are many things and links between nature and culture that we must be aware in order for us to trade without clashing with these powers of this dark world and heavenly and natural realms, according to Ephesians 6 verse 12. Ask yourself, because it is naturally observed that every cultural or traditional activities, rite or event are always done on the Mother Earth open land space, not inside the house. Why? Have you observed anything? Do you think they don't know what they are doing? For those that knows how this thing works and the significance of these spiritual and natural laws, do understand that advice of submitting to authorities, for it's God that established them all. Natural authorities, thrones and rulers are there managing these natural realms in their diverse places. So they are doing their job for now until the final review and changes of these authorities and orders in their different realms, still by our Creator, which is ongoing as I do speak to us. So until then, adhere for the demands in nature through cultural authorities. If you go to these ancestral authorities for all these rights. And they say this is how we do it here. Please, if you plead for leniency, but they still object, adhere. A certain pastor turned down a wedding preparation and advised the couples to go and carry out the needed traditional rites before proceeding with the church wedding. Will you say that is not a true man of God, or he doesn't believe in God, or does not consider the present day scheme of things? I tell you, that's truly a man of God that understands the hidden things, the interwovenness and the complexity of this world and their consequences, which the effects might not show up at the moment. Another pastor also advised his member that they don't need to go for such things anymore, that things has changed. Who is actually right at this point amongst them? So going against spiritual, natural, and even the physical laws and still lives on happily and successfully doesn't connote that you are free and that all is well with you. See, the Word himself, our Lord Jesus Christ, in his first advent here on earth, was very careful with words, especially when they confronted him with some questions about this life. And this always comes out when he teaches them the right ways of life against what they wanted, and always using parables to illustrate the hidden things or deep things of this life. Creation, this life is deep actually and complex. And this takes us to another remark sent directly to me. As a Christian, should we support culture? I will use this illustration as well to respond to this. If it happens that you are on your way to church or for an important church program, well dressed in your car with your family, and it happens also that as you are heading, you run into a group of cultural performers that has blocked the road due to their cultural festivity, and it's their custom that anyone that comes across them must appreciate them before passing through. What will you do? Will you turn back to the house refusing to adhere and go save your God, or will gladly give them as far as they will grant you access to go worship your creator? It's very important, and there's something there. Let me see, because this whole life, everyone, we are going somewhere, and never will you or should you allow these things, these authorities, these rulers, these things in their different realms to hold you hostage, or to have something that they will table against you. No, don't give that room. You're going somewhere. You don't need it. It's not that you are part of them or whatever, but sometimes when you go into them, when you run into them, please save yourself and quietly go your way. And that is why they always bring this illustration or adage that give to Caesar what belongs to Caesar. That word is very deep also. Is a whole compound thing that have several connotations. So still on this important natural rights, which is traditional marriage as the concern here, do the right thing the right way and clear yourself off from issues in peace. From the beginning of this world till today, instructions are there, and is left for us to either adhere or seek for proof to believe, forgetting that most issues of this life or truth do not have proof. It's only time that proves them all. So Christians, we are still expecting more views or reaction concerning this. That is, if any. Permit me to conclude on this issue through Matthew Gospel chapter 19 verse 24. When we are materially okay, or we think everything is all right, is then we should be very careful not to overlook other aspects of our lives, thinking we are okay, so there is no need to bother stressing ourselves on irrelevant things. Once again, I plead that we all should always do the right thing, because at the end of the day, not today, we will certainly appreciate ourselves for taking the pains rather than cutting corners. As we are moving on step by step with this mission segmentation, you will come to see the interwovenness, complexities of this life on this and on issues that we are going to be bringing, needs and benefit of this platform and this whole mission. Now I'm signing out, returning shortly for what we have next.